is now stand up for 10 minutes until Teaching Tuesday. Bryce, you had something.
I do. For stand up mostly. Another statistics demo, or interview statistics demo, which I can share screen now. So I can just go from the beginning. It still has the same intro screen. I haven't really done a lot with this yet because I've only been doing it on the test server, and there is one interview that has information on the test server. But it brings up stats for the eviction moratorium, which is just demo stats of like one zip code in Rhode Island and a few in Boston still. That's still the same. We now have a fancy histogram of when people are submitting. So you can see there's a bunch of submissions on September 6th and then like one in November. And just like some small things like this, and then also added some filters. So if you just own, I kind of only care about Massachusetts. So I want to find states that are equal to Massachusetts. And I also don't care about that one submission that was in November. So I just want everything before October. It finds it for you really quick. And you can see that they were all made in essentially like 30 minutes. But yeah, so that's it's sort of probably where we're going to stick with the stat stuff for now. We might, I don't know if the plan is to throw it on our like, well, yeah, I'm not sure if the plan is to throw it on our server for a bit, and then we'll sort of test it out a little bit more before trying to like push it onto some other people running Docker Assemble to see if it's useful for them.
It's looking freaking awesome. When is a good time for like a discussion of like feedback or like some concerns about the data and stuff like that? If it's
now would be good. We do have so one of the things we are like I've looked into a little bit, but I haven't had time to sort of like do a full deep dive and actually like implement some of the stuff. But we're looking into actually doing some sort of like anonymity sort of guarantees probably K anonymity. So like we sort of like just won't show any information from a zip code or a specific time period or something unless like we can guarantee that like you can't really distinguish one entry from like 5 other entries or 5 other submissions. And
yeah,
so
that was the main thing, that there's like 3 locations and like 3 times, and it's like, okay, that might be fairly easy to figure out who was doing that when, right?
For sure.
So that was the main concern is
there's time for us to keep thinking about it too, because right now this is going to be an internal only tool, so only for people who have administrative permissions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it'll be a long time before it's anything but.
Got it.
And then the other thing that I guess
pictures and stuff, but we wouldn't be letting people
I guess the only other thing that would sort of like, I mean, I think this is MVP now actually, but the other little thing might just be having that tabular data be able to be downloaded as a CSV or an Excel or some type of structured.
So we do still have just.
You still have the. All right, there it is.
So it is a raw download, I guess.
Well, then there you go. It is MVP.
But that's still like also.
That's the unfiltered,
really,
yeah.
It's the unfiltered. It's just literally the exact database. So that's another thing that like would take a decent amount of work to become releasable, not just like MVP, but actually releasable. I've been doing deep dives into differential privacy and trying to understand all of the stuff that goes into that. And it's a mix of, well, this is very useful. Like this is good to know stuff, but also like it's really difficult to try and like release any information about, or like release any information without it sort of, you're risking it being like reconstructed somehow, especially if you have such a small number of submissions. But the idea is we're still looking into it.
Well, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was just my sort of like actual stand-up thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Caroline.
I don't have anything. Nothing. Just I have a question. Just Quentin, did you change the date? I mean, I don't know if Trump signed this new legislation yet, but has the CDC moratorium got a new date on it yet?
We were just talking about that yesterday, actually. Yeah, so I feel comfortable changing the date now, and then if obviously if something happened before December 31st, we would just take the whole thing down, I suppose. Or yeah. So yeah, I feel comfortable changing the date right now.
Yeah, because I think we changed them on Mass Legal Help. Well, I can't take credit for it, but I think we got all the dates changed yesterday, and I was a little leery because I think it had to go through the Senate and
Yeah,
the
it hadn't been
Congress.
signed yet.
Yeah, and it hadn't been signed,
hadn't
but
been
I think
passed.
at this point it
Yeah.
will be. Yeah. So
All right.
that's me. I don't have anything else.
All right, cool. Quentin,
Nope, I think I took enough time.
Michelle.
Working on the testing, of course, and on the AL document kind of download email interface. Yeah, a bit dissatisfied with what I found so far, but thinking about it, I'm gonna like ask some questions of a couple of friends and see what they think about the interactions on that page and how we can leverage what we have as opposed to making new things, right? Like,
Always good. Not having to reinvent the wheel.
yeah.
Kate, before you have to run off to your meeting, or do you not have a meeting today?
I do have a meeting, so I don't have anything.
All right, well then I think that's our stand up. So we get our 5-minute casual Tuesday before teaching. So